Hello, everybody. Just got back from Walter Reed.
How'd it go?
Plan with you. What I think well. Every test you can imagine. I was there for a long time. The yearly physical. I think I did well. I think they're releasing the report on Sunday. Doctors, highly respected doctors. Great place, great, amazing place.
Did they give you any suggestions or advice of anything you need to change up?
A little bit, but overall, I think I felt I was in very good shape. Good heart, a good soul, very good soul. And I wanted to be a little different than Biden. I took a cognitive test, and I don't know what to tell you other than I got every answer right. I took just a lot of different tests having to do with the heart, having to do with other things, and I think you'll find that they're going to release the report on Sunday. I think you'll find it very good.
Can you tell us about the cognitive test? Is that man, woman, person, camera, TV?
It's I think it's a pretty well-known test. Whatever it is, I got it all right, as I've done about 4 times before. You know, I've taken the cognitive test, I think 4 times, and I've got nothing wrong. That's what the American people want, right? Biden refused to take it. Kamala refused to take it. I think most of them refused to take it, but I don't refuse to take it. What else?
I ask you about the way you thought of the markets today and this week.
Which one?
The markets this week and the
I think the markets were solid today. I think people are saying we're in great shape. We're making a lot of money as a country now, for the first time in a long time. We were losing billions of dollars a day, and now we're making billions of dollars a day. It's a big difference. And we then brought it down to 10%. And so that made it a little bit less, but I did that because I wanted to be fair to other people, to other countries.
Is it up to President Xi to pick up the phone? Where did he
I guess so. You know, whatever it is, we have a lot of countries, not just China. And but whatever it is, I think we're in a very good position. We're doing well. We have a lot of things happening. A lot of new companies are coming on board because of the tariffs and because of the November 5th election.
Do you, how does the administration, how do you plan to respond to the Supreme Court ruling and the other courts about the gentleman who was from Maryland who was put in the El Salvador prison?
But they sent the one that was not Trinidad or Aqua, but he was MS-13.
Just the one that they've said needs to come back.
No, but was he MS-13? Because I only know by that. I mean, I don't know which one, but if the Supreme Court said bring somebody back, I would do that. I respect the Supreme Court.
And the lower court judge as well. He's been asking for daily
I'm not
updates
talking about the
things.
lower court. I have great respect for the Supreme Court. So I'm not totally well versed as to the specific case, but if they said to bring him back, I would tell them to bring him back.
Just tell us a little bit about your negotiations and how they're going with other countries aside from China. It sounds like you were talking to some before you left the whole.
We're talking to a lot of countries, and ultimately, we pretty much can do what we want to do, but we want to be fair. We can set the tariff, and they can choose not to deal with us, or they can choose to pay it. And that's where we are. We can set the tariff, or we can do it a number of different ways, but that seems to be appropriate. And they can pay it or negotiate it, or they can not pay it. They can just say, we can't do business with that. If they think it's too high, they don't have to do business with us. But I don't think anybody would think that.
Is 10% the floor, Mr. President? Okay.
Pretty close, yeah.
Very close.
There could be a couple of exceptions, obvious reasons, but I would say 10% is a floor.
Are you wanting to get to the table with China, or are you comfortable with the tariffs with where they're
I'm
at?
very comfortable. Honestly, I'm very comfortable now, but I've always gotten along well with President Xi. We had a good relationship, very good. And I think something positive is going to come out of it.
Are you done with that level? Their last response, I think, brought theirs to
We're going to see what
1.5.
happens. I mean, look, China is it's a very big, great country. It's a very good leader, a very smart leader. It's a different form of leadership. It's a different form of government. But they certainly are big, but this should have been done. What I've done should have been done by past presidents for many, many years. That they allowed this to happen. You could say that about more recently about how do you let people pour into our country like Biden allowed to happen. It's a big focus. We now have the best water we've had ever. But how do you allow that to happen? Could have been stopped so easily. He didn't need legislation. The expression. Just needed a new president. We have now the best border that we've ever had.
Mr. President.
Okay, yeah, please.
Yes. Who would you like to see in the Masters this Sunday?
Oh, and I have so many great guys. They're all friends of mine. They're all friends of mine. You have some great ones. Scotty Scheffler's great. Bryson's great.
Did you see his round?
You have a lot of great ones. You have some really great. Justin Rose is a great. They're all friends of mine. But it's going to be a good Masters. Looks like it's going to be a very good Masters. Have some fantastic golfers at the top. So it should be good. The course looks beautiful.
What do you make of the dollar having gone down a little bit after the tariff announcement?
Listen, we're the currency of choice. We're always going to be, as long as you have somebody smart. And you know what? If a nation said we're not going to be on the dollar, I would tell you that within about one phone call, they would be back on the dollar. You always have to keep the dollar. No, the dollar is, I think when people understand what we're doing, I think the dollar will go way up. I'm not talking about you're talking about the value of the dollar, which is what I'm talking about. I think the dollar is tremendous. It's going to be stronger than ever.
How are you feeling with the bond market right now, sir?
I think the bond market's going good. It had a little moment, but I solved that problem very quickly. I'm very good at that stuff, I solved it very quickly. I didn't know I solved it that well. We had the biggest day in history.
How concerned were you about the bond market? To what extent did that play a role?
It wasn't, a lot of people said it was that, it wasn't.
What was it?
I want to put the country in an unbelievable economic position, which is where we should be. And it should have been done many years ago by other presidents, and they didn't do it. They didn't have the courage to do it. And to me, it's not a question of courage. I think we had no choice. But I think it's very obvious what's going to happen. We're very strong. We're making billions of dollars a day. We were losing billions of dollars a day. This is in a period of 2 weeks. We're making billions of dollars a day. China now is losing billions of dollars. I don't want them to lose money, but they're losing billions and we're making billions. I flipped it. Thank you very much, everybody.
So on Iran, we know that your ultimate goal is to not allow them to have a nuclear weapon. What are your short-term goals for talks this weekend?
Only that. I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country. But they can't have a nuclear weapon. And we're negotiating with them. On Saturday, we have a big meeting with them.
What do you hope to come?
And right now, we have a meeting with President Putin as we speak. There's a meeting going on right now. But with Iran, I want them to flourish, but they can't have a nuclear weapon. Thank you, everybody.
On USC, can you confirm, Mr. President? Thank you. Thank you.